Last time on Pete vs. Wild. Pete murders a cow. Pumpkins are smashed. And Pete tries out the latest fashion in headwear. This is Pete vs. Wild. After a difficult night's sleep, Pete wakes up at sunrise. He goes to his door and opens it, and takes a look and sees what's out there. There are still a lot of hostile creatures around, and as Pete soon sees, to his right hand side, a skeleton is ready to attack. Pete goes back in his house, closes the door, and the skeleton seems to block Pete in, but luckily Pete can hit the skeleton through the door, and Pete is victorious. Pete takes a moment to gather himself, and soon tries to go outside again. He collects a few items from the dead skeleton, and in the distance he sees the morning sun, soon vanquishing the horrible night as zombies and skeletons burn in the distance. Pete takes a look around and sees where he needs to go for today's journey if he's going to make the pickup in time. Pete grabs his ladders he made the night before, and these are going to be very, very helpful if he's going to reach the top of this mountain and be able to be rescued. Pete decides to make his way up the mountain next to his house. Pete places the ladders on the rock surface and climbs his way up. Pete surely has enough ladders to make it to the top. Pete is soon able to skip a few levels by jumping up a few ledges, and now he's soon at the top of the mountain. He's met by a creeper, and the creeper explodes. Both creepers explode, and Pete, although a little injured, should be able to brush it off and continue his journey. Pete has no food with him and is unable to heal himself, but he's not injured a great deal, and which is very lucky. Pete chops down some extra wood. Now, this wood could be used for many things, but today Pete needs to make a bridge across to the other cliff top. This is where the meeting place for the helicopter will be. Pete needs to make sure he has enough wood so he can get across in one go. In a short time, Pete has chopped enough wood, and he makes the woods into planks. This is what will make the bridge. Pete gathers his planks and makes his way towards the edge of the rock face. One block at a time, Pete starts to make his way across the massive drop. One slip and Pete could fall to his death at any time. Eventually, he reaches the other side. It's not long before he sees a really good spot for a landing pad for the helicopter. It will take a bit of clearing out and a bit of lighting up, but this will make a good area for a landing pad. Using the many tools that Pete has brought with him, he is able to clear the land and make a flat surface. Pete first digs out all the soil with his spade. This takes a little bit of time, but he must do it if the helicopter is to land safely and take Pete to safety. After all the soil is cleared, Pete grabs a pickaxe and starts clearing the stone. The stone is a bit harder to break than the soil, obviously, but Pete has an iron axe and is able to destroy it in quick fashion. It still takes a while for the area to become flat and Pete to be able to build his landing pad. The area is finally cleared out. Now it's time to build the helipad. To build the helipad, Pete must build a big H. To do this, he just simply continues doing what he was doing before, removing stone and dirt, and eventually will fill this area with wood and then place torches on top. This means the helicopter can land. Without the big H, helicopter could not land here. It's slowly getting dark though, and Pete is fast running out of time if the helicopter is able to land and pick him up. Now the layout of the H has been dug, wood can fill in the H, and then Pete can place his torches on top after the H has been filled in. Remember, this big H is a must for any helicopter to land. Pete also ran out of planks during making the H, but he has spare wood in reserve and quickly starts to fill in the rest of the H. Unfortunately, he makes a few errors, but due to quick judgment, he is able to chop down wood with a spade. With the helipad complete, Pete places torches on so the helicopter knows where to land. It's fast approaching night, but the sound of the helicopter can be heard in the distance. The H is finished and Pete is rescued. So once again, I've been able to show how to survive in the snow. Of course, they didn't show the bits that I was most proud of, where I wrestled 100 bears and 12 alligators at once. Once again, nature's harshest environments have failed to defeat Pete Grills. Be sure to join me next time, where I headbutt a shark and erupt a volcano, all at the same time.